my friends and future ex-enemies. Hopefully no enemies watching this. And we are enemies, let's get rid of it. I'm sorry, okay? Whatever I did, I'm sorry. I can take back just about everything except because I don't look like you. You know, I need to look like you anyway, man. There'll be two of you then. You probably hate me more. So, I'm just joking anyway. I love y'all. I'm just leaving the casino. I just hit my biggest win ever. And see, I don't gamble. So I just hit, like 25, baby. $25. I don't gamble. 25 is fine. Spend $1. I got 25, so we'll go with that. I like the odds. I like the casino though because it was a place where I was going to Hill. I went to Hill when I was just getting off that bad thing. That devil, that boy. Getting out of there, I couldn't stay at the house I was at. It was like a lot of chaos, a lot of downing of my spirit. It was horrible for a time. It was a place that blessed me though because it allowed me to get on the couch and get it out the mud. I like to use that phrase a lot because it means a lot. It actually has a lot of meaning to it. Getting out the mud, like how I used to work. Or how I work in the landscaping field, and also getting out the mud is like going to the core essentials. That's how I do my workout. I find a place I can do some pull-ups and I hit it, or push-ups off in the cut. I don't like doing it in front of people. But it's not about bragging, it's just about being in shape. And I started getting in shape the moment I got out that hospital bed back in March, the end of March. And I thought it was going to be a wrap, and I was ready to give in. And by God's grace, I'm still here pushing it out. I got some things that are working on it, like them kind of work on my spirit as far as the physical, but I'm fighting it. I'm fighting a good fight, and I got faith. So in any case, getting out the mud, I had to get off drugs. I had to get off heroin on the couch. I couldn't make it into the rehab. Didn't have any beds when I got there. My situation was back in October of 2018. I was bad off. I weigh 231 pounds right now. Pretty great shape. I got like a 4.5 pack. So I'm getting there. Never had that before. So it's good. But I was about 186 pounds by then. I'll probably post a picture sooner or later if you haven't seen it already. My daughter seen me, and I was still working, still landscaping, and it took a tremendous amount of energy to landscape while I was on that, by the way. I mean, if you ever know anybody that got that sickness or that addiction, it's an everyday thing. I mean, every day you have to wake up and get it. You wake up and you don't have that in your system, or at least that fresh little line. See, I never shot it. Doesn't make a difference. Still do what it's gonna do. I snorted it though, but if I didn't wake up with that, I felt horrible. That sickness. I tell people this, I don't know if they believe it or not. I don't remember what it felt like to be high. Sorry, I don't. But I do remember what it felt like to be sick. I got to the point after this got a hold of me and pretty much gutted my life. I got to the point where I didn't pray to God to heal me from it. I was past that. I prayed God to kill me. I didn't see a way back for me to rebuild the life that I destroyed. I couldn't see myself as a man anymore. Everything that I thought made me a man was gone. An interesting little pattern that seems to repeat itself, but each time with greater healing on the other side of it. But at that point, I was destroyed. I got to the point where the dope boy had my bank card. I needed the stuff to work. I couldn't even work without it. Anyway, I did I think I might sold some plasma or something. And my daughters came and they needed some money. I still was trying to be a father. I was failing miserably at it. Beat up about it horribly. I gave them, they came and met me by where I was staying at. And they saw me and they instantly started crying. And, I just got my little buzz on, so I'm feeling normal again. Normal. When you're really bad, you don't get high, you get normal. It's crazy. The way that stuff invades your system. But anyway, I didn't think much of it. They were crying. I thought because they missed me. So I gave them some money and they went on their way. And, a little while later, my ex-wife called me. And she says, she's not going to let me see my girls anymore. I'm like, what do you mean? What do I do? I'm not even thinking of it. She's like, those girls been crying all night. And I'm not going to let them watch you die. They were crying because they thought you were going to die. If you've never seen me in person, I probably look bigger in person than on these videos. But I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2", 200 plus guy, At this time, October of 2018, I got down to like 186 pounds. BMI probably is all right, but I look like a Holocaust survivor with a big old head. I look like an old man, age 20 years, it seems like. But I couldn't notice it. I did notice it. I noticed the death. It was death. It was in my system. I hated life. I hated everything about it. But I love my daughters. I loved them too much not to think that I would lose. It was the one thing that told me, man, what you gonna do? You're gonna die and let these beautiful young girls who saved your life how many times before? You let them down like that. I just couldn't do it. But it took me a week. And I burned every bridge I could, ruined everything. I pretty much destroyed Curtis. I helped kill him, thinking I was gonna get to her house and get into a program. Tried a few places, like Stella Maris, didn't have any beds. There was no beds for me. And by that time, this is like the 2 days before Halloween. I was going into the full sickness. And if anybody's been through a sickness a few days, if you're talking to anybody who had that affliction, it's horrible. I couldn't get into rehab. I thought about just trying to go back on the street and come up with some money to, give me another fix, man, because I can't stand that. I don't want to die. That's what it felt like, death. I endured it for 3 weeks. 3 weeks of intense sickness. Only getting off that couch. I was on the couch, out the mud, as I said. Only getting off that couch to use the bathroom, which would be diarrhea, or throw up. I couldn't sleep. Shit. I tried to help me give me some sleeping pills. Not sleeping pills, but muscle relaxers and stuff. I took them, it didn't do anything. It was horrible. I was torturous. 3 weeks later, I woke up like in Interview with a Vampire, and it felt like I had life. Stronger than I ever remember being, because 2 years of being on it had wiped away what I thought strength was. I couldn't remember what it was naturally. So I felt like Superman. But the only problem is Superman couldn't fly the way he used to anymore. So about 3 weeks of that, walking around, falling down inconspicuously because I had vertigo. 3 weeks of the being on the couch of death, waking up powerful but yet unbalanced, falling down. Then probably a month or two after that, my blood pressure and heartbeat and everything started to come back to normal rhythm. A month or two after that, my soldiers started getting back alive. As a man, this is not something guys like to talk about. But yeah, this had invaded every aspect of my system. Every aspect of it. It was like I was being taught to live again. And you know what? I thought that was like the worst of it. When I finally got my full strength, I could do anything. I started with this mud muscle thing there. Stop and do push-ups, pull-ups. I've kept with it for the most part. I feel slack a little bit, but I got back. I'm on 100% now. But yeah, I was walking around here and like I survived a nuclear bomb that I set off. Everything in my life was gone but me. I'm stronger than ever. Superman in a ruined world. That's what I felt like. It was incredibly depressing. Incredibly depressing. And I feel like I already have memories of emotional experiences, but during my time on heroin, I didn't even touch a woman in 2 years. I lost all of that ability to understand how to control my emotions. And I'm still going through it. I'm still out of balance. I still have that aching depression. But I did it by God's grace. Did I have rough times? Yes, I still do. But I don't associate it with that drug addiction anymore. I feel furthest away from a drug addiction as before I even tried it. Which I tried it by doing Percocets, by the way. The government's gateway. Hurt my back. I used to lift big weights. Hurt my back. My wife had a little perk. I take that. Drink me a beer. And she's not snoring. And I'm going out kicking it. A little pathway down that road. It leads little small ways. You don't think you're gonna lose control. You don't think that it's ever gonna beat you or anything can. But you don't know. You don't know until you do it. Until it got a hold of you. The day I knew it had a hold of me, I took my girls to see The Force Awakens. That day was December 17th, 2016. I've been on there for maybe like a month, maybe a little bit more. For some reason I was in that place and I was sick, and I never felt a sickness like this before. It was a longing sick, like I can imagine like a zombie would feel. And that was the day that I realized what it was. I called my brother, "What's going on, man? I'm dying." And he told me what it was, and that's when the hooks first got off me. And I did kick it a few times before that, but when I gave in, finally, it was a wrap. By 2018 started 2018, I lost everything: my job, my family, all the other things involved with getting my family lost. But no finger pointing. I lost everything, and then I lost my size, my physical strength. I was always priding myself in having. Getting all that stuff back, I haven't got it back. No. Financially, I don't have it. I don't have a real desire to have it either. Is that weird? That I don't care about the money anymore. I care about being able to walk around here and breathe and hold my head up high, and I do it. And people probably think I'm so arrogant or something. I'm not. I'm the most crushed person you'll find. But there's strength in broken things. And I just want to spread that to people that don't feel like they can make it and don't feel like they can get past it. I first started to try to make videos and talk, but nobody wants to hear nobody preaching. So I tried to figure out a way in which I can reach you, and that's when I started doing these videos. And also I wanted you to know my story because I think it might be helpful. Hopefully help somebody because that's what I really want to do. If I can help one person never go through this again, or to help to understand that life destroys you, but you can make it back, then I'm being blessed. God is using me. I believe in God. I'm not going to put you in a religion. I'm not going to bind you to anything like that. God can do that. God will reach you. All you got to do is start talking to the man, to him, to start talking. And the best way to start talking is when you feel like you are about to lose everything, like you can't do anything else, like there is no way you're making it, like it's all over, and you have no hope. The end of your rope, you can't even tie a knot on it. That's when you reach out, reach up, and say, God, if you are real, if you exist, save me. Save me out of this. What better way to prove your existence than to give me my life? And once he does that, they'll be like me, who apparently has a short memory. Stiff neck, short memory, because it took many, many things. And still, I still go back to dumb stuff, but not drugs, baby. I don't need that. No one does that. Everybody just needs to be loved. And I love you. And I'm telling you the truth about me. So you know it. Talk to you later.